Hi there, this is Jeff, spiritual escape artist, and right now I want to quickly talk to you about your attitude. How's your attitude right now? You see, because man, attitude is everything. It really is. And I see it in so many different people. The way that their day plays out, not just their day, their week, their life plays out, has so much to do with their attitude. And I think a lot of people are kind of at the whim of that attitude, their whim, their mood, their state of mind, because so often they're just running on autopilot, running on habit, unconscious day-to-day activity, and recreating a lot of the stresses of the previous days by retelling them and continuously keeping that going. And the reason I state that, as I speak of the state that you're in, is that how that state is erected, created, is by these words, these thoughts that are constantly banging around in our heads. As we keep up with that chatter, as we so incessantly do, as you can see in others, as they're driving or walking through their day and their eyes are darting around in their head, people are thinking. People are addicted to thinking. And it's hard to really realize after the fact how much all that thinking is playing effect on your general well-being and how the day unfolds, or rather how you approach the day, because it's setting up your mental state and it's setting you up for moods and attitudes. Now I know that a lot of that has to do with chemical balancing in the head, but I am pointing more at not the medicinal or biological understanding of how the brain works, and more of what it is that you can do about it by recognizing that you don't have to think or narrate or tell stories as much as everybody seems to be doing unconsciously, as I said, on autopilot. When you learn and begin to develop a discipline in finding that clarity within, quieting the mind, coming into center, going within, all these things are the same. These are all the same technique. You can call it meditation, you could call it a spiritual practice, you can call it just going quiet or getting clear, whatever. It grants you a greater awareness over those thoughts and what you choose to think, or whether you think at all. Because if you're not thinking, then you're listening or paying attention. You're opening up other senses that with these senses, with your ability of sight, your ability of smell, touch, listening, you are more available in the moment that you're in the situation, and more options open up to you, or rather your options are more clear to you as to what direction you want to take to facilitate greater well-being in harmony with the situations that you are faced with. So this is about giving your attitude some altitude, raising your vibration, right? Increasing your frequency, you might have heard before. It's a real thing. And it's a real thing that can be felt and understood and known by you. But the most direct and efficient way of learning what that means is to go within, to quiet down the thinking mind, to listen and feel and pay attention more. And even ask the question, how are you? What's going on with me right now? Get a sense of your spirit, your energy. And the more and more you practice this, the more it gets easier, and the more you'll be able to find creative and interesting ways to access this inner reservoir of peace and power that we all carry. So, yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that for this short video. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in. Until next time, peace.